recording the whole thing? Sweet. Mind if I like sit with and kind of commentate?
Go for it.
Sweet. Yeah, Utah State versus NAU. This is oh, nice hit. This has been kind of a big rivalry the last couple of years. At the last tournament, Utah State kind of shut out. Nice beat there by Anthony Snap beater for Utah State. Real quick, real athletic. Competing with Smith, who's the beater captain. Pretty monstrous. Looks like they're going to be running their iconic crabs play, just pinching with their beaters. Cameron Von Bar is chasing, keeping. Pass over to Amber Smith, who a nice shot. Oh, nice tackle there by NAU beater. Way to cause that goal. Paul Marigold is the chaser just in front of there. Number 11 looks like one of the key components of Utah State's offense and defense. Utah State's known for their double male beating. They have very reliable girls around hoops. So in many ways, play similar to the Funky Quaffles with the double male set. And you see Paul Marigold driving in, scoring. He'll be doing that all day. Puts the score 3-1 Utah State. Utah State, it's worth mentioning this here. Utah State has a lot of veterans, very few rookies. So this should be a strong year for them. The future of their program might be suffering a little bit because of that. NAU, on the other hand, actually lost a bunch of veterans, including beater captain Adam Beller, who's now playing for my team, the Scorpions. Let's see who else they lose. They lost Colin Stats, one of their really strong keepers, very fast, great arm. So it's kind of a development year for NAU this year. Juan was good beat there by Hadley, number 19, to recause that turnover. Cameron Von Bar scores again, puts the score 4-1 Utah State. Recovers control. This beater duo actually here, they're married. It's Hadley and Anthony Snap. I guess Hadley Snap is her last name now. Good instincts on them. And he's doing a good job passing around. Also just beat there. I guess he controls blood just a little bit more, but stopped the play, got the turnover nonetheless. Pretty good job on him. We'll see. At the NAU's been known to drive up the score a little bit on snitch on pitch versus Utah State. But usually they have pretty tight games. Like I said, this year has been a little bit more Utah State dominant, showing according to the veterancy of the program, or the players, really. Good lane opened up there by Hadley. Once again, Amber just getting that pass behind hoops up into that quick beat, or a quick shot on that top hoop. Nice movement. She's a lefty, which is something that people aren't used to. Oh, Juan getting a great wrap on him, on the keeper there. Opening up the easy beats. We'll see if Cameron, oh, great, another hit. A lot of chaos. Great block by Juan there. We got a chase down by Anna and a chaser from NAU. Yep, that'll be a back to hoop call, looks like. Snap gets the easy beat off. Shot does not go through, just barely goes over the top of the hoop by NAU keeper. Score stays 5-1 Utah State. NAU with control. They're setting up their standard zone defense, you can see. They have beaters on each side. They're going to have their point defender up top on the ball, and they have a spy that will be pulling up to the quaffle in the event that the point defender is beat, which looks like might happen here. Looks like maybe not. Okay, yep, there's that beat there. Looks like Utah State's just moving out to the side, trying to get an angle on NAU beater. It looks like they do get it. Looks like they will recover control, or at least open up the scoring option. And it looks like we'll be getting some subs out. Looks like Kellen Huber will be coming in as keeper. I don't know if that was a beat or if that was clear. It looks like clear, looks like friendly fire. We'll see. Oh, missed catch there by NAU chaser. Good pass by the keeper, though. Definitely worth noting. That's a strategy that teams will have to look out for going forward, provided that NAU can manage to catch those passes. And Utah State's actually running completely split right now, 3 girls, 3 guys. And they've also subbed in Blake Rock can get a drive in, it's impossible to stop what Manny's to make. Utah State has gotten substantially better about keeping alive. There's their reset used. Okay. That should be a turnover since he touched it. There you go. Looks like everything is fine. Okay. And there's budget control back for Utah State. Good pressure by NAU beater though. That might open up a lane. Kellen Huber looks for the bludger. Great wrap though. Way to slow him down. Once again, Amber. Oh, okay, Amber Zahner misses the catch, but manages to get the score at the hoops nonetheless. 7-1, Utah State. Meanwhile, there's a lot of beater chaos. Looks like beater's coming down. Good recovery by Ana Cristina Gomez there, making sure that Utah State secures that turnover after a good beat by Hadley. Hadley snap. We'll see. It looks like we've spotted their double male sets. Drew Smith coming in, opening up that lane. We'll see if Snap can't recover bludger control. There it is. Cheeky just a little handoff there in the backfield to Kellen Huber for the quick, easy run in. That puts the score 8-1 Utah State. They're really running it up here. Looks like they're bringing one of the rookie beaters here to play alongside Drew Smith. And it looks like NAU is swapping out their keeper for Corbin Stevens. One of the longtime veterans and staples of NAU. Very quick player, definitely very much so a threat. Should be able to get around Doc Rod here very quickly, but unfortunately bad pass. Gets eaten up by Utah State keeper Kellen Huber. We'll see. There's the iconic double bludger up, bringing the bludger up. Great wrap there by NAU Chaser, almost bringing him out of bounds, getting the turnover. And actually, it looks like a bad pass is secured. And NAU gets that turnover. Great job by NAU Chaser there. Really utilizing the ability to shove somebody out of bounds. Okay, we'll see what NAU can do here to maybe use control. It's like Corbin's just trying to get a good look and a shot. Easily blocked by Kellen Huber. Looks like once again Utah State is bringing up both bludgers, trying to clear a lane. We'll see if missed pass, dropped pass by Amber Zahner from Kellen Huber will mean a turnover as well as a loss of control. Looks like the Utah State had their rookie beater there, just a little too far, number 10. Once again, Corbin tries to thread through the defense there to eat it up. We'll see if Utah State can't regain bludger control here. We'll see how well they've been training their rookie beater here. It looks like they are pulling out that NAU beater on that right side. But it looks like there's some pressure by Drew Smith and a beat. Doc Rod's driving in, gets a pass off through the defense. Looks like it's recovered by Kellen Huber, who was beat. Way to be on top of the NAU beaters, creating that turnover, really utilizing that control advantage, which they are maintaining. Ever since they've had control and held on to it, the score has been stagnant. Let's see if they can't score. It looks like Utah State actually managed to recover. Great dodge there by Corbin Stevens. A good beat, but a really good pass by NAU Chasers there. Great movement, using the entire side of all sides of the pitch, as well as securing bludger control. Great offense by NAU there, after a fantastic dodge by Corbin Stevens. He is graduating at the end of this semester. Great hit. Wow. Okay, and we got to stop it. Let's see what is here. Hit looks really clean. Just didn't have his feet completely set. Don't know what exactly the call is. It shouldn't be helpless receiver, as he did have his feet on the ground. Hey ref, let's call. Maria, what's the call? Can you let us know?
Play after beat.
Play after beat?
Yeah.
By
Utah, or sorry, NAU.
Oh, that's the
yeah, the tackle after.
Yeah, so it looks like the call was just play after beat. Looks like the tackle was blatantly ignored, which is causing that yellow there. NAU brings up one of their beaters. Looks like that's going to be control for Utah State. Let's see if they can't convert. Okay, looks like the pass to the rookie chaser there is going to result in a turnover. That looks like it could have been beat before. It looks like forward motion is called. Corbin Stevens has control, has the ball bringing up the field. Looks like Anthony Snap is paying attention to the bludger and forfeits the bludger advantage there, which results in a score for NAU, 8-3. After really a very beautiful pass, alley-oop. Looks like we got Beller in at keeper. Is the brother of longtime beater Adam Beller. We'll see. Looks like Paul Marigold, who has subbed in, just drives it in for an easy dunk. That's going to set the score as 9-3. Utah State still well out of range. Do we have game time?
About 11 minutes.
Game time's about 11 minutes in. We got about 7 minutes. Let's see. A long pass by Beller goes deep. Looks like it is out of bounds. That will be a turnover to Utah State. Utah State with control. Kellen Huber walking the ball up. He is going to be the secret to look out for in this matchup. He has been dominant. Utah State has actually been 5-0 against collegiate teams. All games actually out of range so far this season. So we'll see if they do have to deal with any in-range games today. We'll see the prowess of Kellen Huber there. A great block, though, by the Baylito defense of NAU, blocking that pass through the hoops. Looks like we have Beller walking it up behind their beater, looking to maybe create an advantage here on snap. Okay, quick easy pass just up in front. Looks like taking advantage of the beater position of Utah State being behind as well as off to the side. And it looks like bludger control will go to Utah State. After a little bit of chaos, Paul Marigold walking it up. Looks like Mitchell Best will be coming in as keeper. He played for Utah State 2 years ago, so he's not a rookie, but he did not play this past year. We'll see how he can contribute to the team. Great deflection there by NAU beater. Great recovery by Snap. But Paul Marigold just drives in, gets that nice shot on that top hoop. Utah State's been scoring on that top hoop all day. It looks like it's going to put the score to 100-40. Utah State in the lead. Looks like they're subbing out. And it looks like there is an injury for an NAU chaser. EMT running onto the field. If NAU wants to come back in this game, their offense is starting to come together. The last few minutes, they've scored 3 goals, starting at 1 goal, probably around 9 minutes up to 3 goals, and about probably the last 3 or 4 minutes. Slightly closing that gap there with Utah State. If they can just keep their offense up, just moving the ball around with crisp passes into alley-oops, it looks like they will be able to bring it back up to range. And if snitch on pitch goes long enough, it's possible that they'd be able to bring it up with their speed. Utah State just needs to make sure that they just lock down their defense a little bit more. Their beaters have been a little disorganized, even when they've had control. And he's doing a good job of pushing the pace. And it looks like it was number 101, Chaser. It looks like it might be some sort of leg or ankle, limping off pitch. Got a sub in there. Hopefully he's fine. Doesn't look too bad. He doesn't seem to be in tons of pain. So we're going to go ahead and restart here. Game time's probably about 13 minutes, maybe 13 and a half. NAU with the ball, walking up against Utah State's control. Beat on the point defender. They're playing back and forth. A long pass across the field. Looks like it's bumbled just a little bit. Kerry Anderson with the recovery. Looks like that might be the reset. Great long beat by Snap, forcing that pass. Drew Smith fighting against Beller. Looks like was the call beat before? The call was beat before by on Beller, or excuse me, case number 24. Once again, beat before on the shot by Beller. obviously the shot was by the chaser. Looks like Utah State's got to be careful though. The beaters are wrapping it up, but they got to make sure that the chasers are also getting those stops. Mitchell Best walking up the watching up the quaffle, excuse me. Beat on Carrie Anderson there. Pass over to Juan. Let's see if they can't create something here. Ooh, a straight beat. Oh, a pass over to the rookie chaser for Utah State. Looks like it does result in a turnover after the missed beat by Hadley Snap on the defensive beater for NAU. Looks like Utah State does have control, but the bludger's just on the other side of the pitch, so effectively they just have one right now, 1 versus 1. NAU is taking it slow though, which actually is letting Hadley Snap get on defense. Looks like a quick pass behind, a quick beat, a quick recovery of the quaffle by Carrie Anderson into a shot on the, oh, it looks like it was missed. Looks like Snap is bringing up the bludger to block any quaffle attempts. Looks like a kick back, will be just fine. And then looks like that was 2 resets used after the missed shot into the reset and then the kick behind the keeper zone. Good call by the head ref. After using both, or after using, it's crossing both lines between 2 separate possessions because of the kicks. Looks like there's some arguing on the pitch. The play is live, and there's a stop. Looks like the head ref wants to address this. Danica Liu is actually her last name. She's married to Natty Liu. Both players on Utah Raptors. She's been reffing for a few years. All right, so let's see. We have Mitchell Best walking up the quaffle for Utah State against NAU's 2 bludger defense. It's like Kellen Smith getting off a very interceptable pass to number 24, who drives it down. Easy goal after the hit by Mitchell Best. Looks like Utah State did regain bludger control in the confusion, but it is 100-50 now, Utah State. So they really have, NAU really has closed the gap. Utah State really hasn't scored for the past several minutes. Anthony Snap's looking to engage one-on-one with their beater. Looks like they get the beats. There are no beaters. Let's see if USQC can drive in. Mitchell Best driving in with missed pass to Amber Zahner, just barely. Looks like the recovery by another Anthony, not Anthony Snap, but who has a missed shot, or a blocked shot by Beller. And it looks like it's cleaned up by NAU beaters. Once again, a stopped scoring attempt by Utah State. NAU really has picked up in the quaffle game past the second half of the game here. Down by 5 with only just a couple minutes before switch on pitch. Looks like the snitch for the game, an easy beat by Snap on the beater. Let's see, into a pass. Okay, and it's recovered by Mitchell Best after a throw pass under the beater pressure by NAU keeper. Looks like Snap engaging the beater here, completely taking him out of the play while Best drives in and once again shoots just on that top hoop. Looks like there's a little bit of frustration here. Looks like they really are trying to be nice and sportsmanlike though. Everybody understands it's a physical game. Let's see what the call is here. Head ref conferring with the ARs. Looks like, going back to, so the score is 10-5 as it stands. If this goal is good,
So that would be 11-5.
it will be 11-5. That's correct. Yep, okay, so it looks like the goal was scored good. So it is 11-5, Utah State, with snitch on pitch coming up here. Utah State does have control, but it looks like a forfeit here by playing aggressively. And we got a pass by Beller out to Carrie Anderson. We'll see if she can keep the ball alive here. Looks like a poor pass that's intercepted by Anthony, number 24, by Utah State. and that's a turnover. NAU does have control. Let's see if they can't go ahead and stop Utah State here once again. And it looks like we are at 17 minutes, so there's 1 minute left to snitch on pitch. You'll see the snitch coming in, as well as control gotten back by Utah State after an aggressive route. But there is a missed shot / pass by Best that will miss Zahner in the back. See Corbin Stevens walking up the quaffle with pass that is intercepted by snap. Back to Best for the quaffle. Utah State does have control. Looks like they will be bringing Kellen Huber onto seat. Once again, the score is 11-5. Catch to win for Utah State, but well out of range for NAU. They would need to score 3 goals before they could catch to even send it to overtime. Utah State will most likely look to play it pretty slow here, looking to look like they're bringing on double mail for snitch on pitch, bringing on their rookie beater. Let's see, that was immunity, but Mitchell Best does manage to score the goal there. And NAU will be defensive seeking here. The score is 12-5. Utah State. They're gonna have to really make snitch on pitch really go far here. It looks like Utah State is electing to bring both bludgers back on defense just to ensure that they can keep up their lead. Looks like they will be going for the snitch on offense, which is pretty standard play. You just have a lot more control over the pace of the game, as well as controls of the pitch. So I imagine they'll bring their beaters now onto the snitch and beat out that seeker who is defensive seeking. Yep, there it is. Now that will allow Kellen Huber to go in for the catch. It looks like a very quick beat by NAU, but also a driving shot by Doc Rod by Utah State that's going to put the score 13-5. Not helping NAU's case here. It looks like Corbin Stevens driving up the pitch with a pass, drawing the beat, but a quick recovery, beat recovery, and there's control still for Utah State. Successful defense score. It looks like it's actually 13-5. I wonder if that was just a missed situation there. Briefly lose control by Utah State. Quickly regain it. Looks like Kellen Huber's trying to engage on Caleb, who is the snitch here. He actually played for Arkansas college team the past, I believe, 3 years. He's playing for the Scorpions now as a chaser. Meanwhile, it looks like, once again, Utah State scores 14-5, bringing up no help for snitch. Looks like they're either just trying to play very conservatively or just trying to make sure that they're getting that point differential up. But a drive by Corbin Stevens after a beat attempt by Snap does result in a goal for NAU, ending their drought after a few minutes, puts the score 14-6. Utah State with bludger control, still running double mail. Looks like NAU is in a split set, putting that beater, one of their only beater, over on the snitch. We'll see if Utah State tries to slow it down here, or if they will just go ahead and just drive up the score. Paul Berrygold driving through 3 defensive chasers. Guy's hard to stop with a quick, just once again that shot up through that top hoop. Kellen Huber getting beat over at the seeker, over at snitch by NAU beater. Looks like they aren't really trying that hard to close out the game, but just ramp up the score. Score is 16-6, I believe. Looks like there's a player in play. The drive once again, passing all around. Looks like after a great catch and return shot by NAU chaser, does result in a goal for NAU, puts the score at 16-7. Excuse me, 15-7. Players in the way, blocking the score field. There it is. Yep, 15-7. Once again, Utah State bringing up the pitch. Looks like they do have control, beating out the seeker this time. Let's see if Kellen Huber can't get a look here. If he can't get a catch. He has a wrestling background. We got a drive by Corbin Stevens. A nice shot, goes just high, misses on the far right. Meanwhile, snitch on pitch. It looks like after a cheeky little kickback by the rookie beater for Utah State, they will maintain control. but offering no opportunities for Kellen Huber to catch just yet. Score is 15-7, and after a failed offense by Utah State, looks like that's not going to budge at the moment. NAU is at a -4 deficit before they can even attempt to catch, which is a net -1 during snitch on pitch. So looks like Utah State has had slightly more control of the game and of the tempo in the quaffle game. But NAU really has locked down the snitch, just making sure that they can't lose, hoping just to trade blows long enough to get back in range. But it looks like after a defensive beat, and then also another beat by Beater on Utah State, not only open up a no-bludger situation for Paul Marigold to drive in and score, but also an opportunity for Kellen Huber to go for the snitch. Looks like a missed pass in the quaffle game, though, to Amber Zahner will result in a turnover back to NAU. Score 15-7. Kellen Huber looking for that grab. That looks like it might have been it. Well before. Okay, looks like call was called no good. Or the Central Transfer didn't have a whistle. Okay, sorry, weird things happening in this game, but quaffle is still going. There was a missed drive by Beller on defense, or looks like once again he gets a quaffle. Great deflection on that Beater, but he will be tied up momentarily by Paul Marigold. Looks like the beat was called beat, actually. Okay, it looks like the beat was good after the deflection. So that goal, there will be no goal scored by there. Great look though, great hustle by Beller. So it's still 15-7. You can see Huber up here on the snitch trying to catch. You can see him swimming. Oh, there's the catch. So that might be impeded. It looks like there needs to be a whistle to stop the game. That goal will not be good, as the catch happened before. The score is currently 15-7. This would count as a win for Utah State. It looked like the right leg of the snitch could have been impeded there as he fell down. It looked like it could have been a tripping call. But great look from left hand, right hand by Huber there. Refs are deliberating. It's been a pretty clean game, all things told. Okay, looks like the catch on the calling the catch good. That will put the end score 18-7 Utah State. After that last goal, not good as the catch happened before.